It is Amnian Nights, and we just killed a dragon. So let's pick up straight back where we were. I mean, I was as many people fighting the dragon as you were.
Oh yeah, I just mean I did it.
That's true. That's true. So, Galavaxanulan lies dead, broken underneath you all.
Well, piece of cake, really, wasn't it?
It was a bit easier than expected.
Not gonna lie, it was a little bit harder to, bring myself to do the deed when she became a humanoid. Makes it a bit weird.
Are you kidding me? She had sickly skin. I could smell from a distance, and something coming out of her head. You should really get yourself checked. Or, go find some red light district somewhere.
Sounds good to me. Well,
there is the Street of Negotiable Affections back in Athkatla.
So, what do you want to do about this bugbear and goblin?
What do you mean? No. No.
Fine. Let's seek out the old treasure hoard then, shall we?
Wait, hold on. Where's Asher? I'm sure she wants to harvest some of this.
I'm sure she does.
I am already eyeing up the I'm already, yeah. I'm gonna look at Obsidian and be like, "Hey, Obsidian, you want to give me a hand with some of this?"
All right. This is freshly lick the blood of himself. All right. Douse the acid that still is probably on his feet.
Yeah, DM, I want to try and get as many bits as I can. Tongue, eyeballs, if I can get the gland or whatever is responsible for its breath feature, I'd love to do that.
Does Asher Vasher in character know the intricacies of dragon breath organs and mechanics? The other stuff, sure, but...
Absolutely not, which is why I've enlisted the help of someone who would know.
Would Obsidian have that level of...
No.
Well, question for the DM. Would it be part of the Codex Draconis? Would there be any sort of biology diagram?
Think I have written the Codex Draconis fairly comprehensively as being about the nature of dragons, not an anatomical breakdown. Based off all the other chapters I've got in there. It's a bit more biographical than anatomical.
Here's my plan. Like, Asher knows that those things probably exist.
Tell you what, how about, before you do the weird risky shit, let's sort the other stuff. So, tongue, sure. For all of this, I'm going to do individual medicine checks, mainly because this shit's full of acid. So Obsidian's helping you, so it'll be advantageous. Any roll that ends up being below a 10, you're taking a splash of acid, okay?
That's fine.
So I would say, if you can do me a favor, make a note of all of this in your Foundry channel before you do anything in Foundry, and I'll make items of this. So you gain a young green dragon tongue.
Nice.
Okay.
If you want, I'm doing notes, Luca. Don't worry.
Oh, do you want? Okay, cool. Okay, that's way easier. Cool.
What else did you say you were going for?
The eyes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And then peepers.
Roll again. Roll again for the other one, because these things are valuable. Yep. 2 dragon eyes.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably take a selection of teeth, maybe a claw, things that can be made into powders, potentially.
I believe we owe one of those to the bugbear, I think, wanted a tooth.
He wanted a
specifically.
tooth. He wanted a tooth. Roll me. Okay, roll me a d12.
D12.
You get 12 young green dragon teeth. The rest are either heavily cracked, damaged from the beating, where Obsidian was holding by the neck and this huge pile of rocks was just crashing into its head again and again in the form of a golem. Many of them are damaged and shattered, but you managed to recover 12 functional teeth.
A claw or two?
Absolutely,
For all of them.
you managed to get a roll me a d8. You managed to get 9 claws.
Cool.
If we're calling a claw a digit and not like a claw, it's not like
no, a digit. After this, Asher's whole plan is like, listen, I know weird bits exist. Like, I've seen people dress a turkey. There's all sorts of weird things in there. So it's more just like having Obsidian help open things while I slice and pull things out and just be like, I don't know, sure.
So, this is dangerous and you don't know what you're doing, and so neither really does Obsidian. Obsidian's assistants will avoid you having disadvantage.
All right. That's fine. Okay. Medicine.
So what is he trying to get here?
Start in the neck area.
Doing what, Sam? What you're going for here?
I'm gonna literally make like a length, like down the side of the neck. I'm gonna start making just a long incision to see what all is in there, and then I'm gonna go for the body. I'm gonna gut this thing.
Okay.
I'm taking some fat.
Make me a DC 18 medicine check. There are a couple of moments where you just feel the slightest bit of resistance and just something shift, and you can tell that you're just cutting into something that has a build-up of fluid behind it, and you're able to just sort of move your arms away and cut. And on several occasions, there is just a sack of corrosive fluid just out and runs down the neck onto the floor. You hear a hiss. It's absolutely the poisonous acid that had been flung at you. You managed to get down the length of the neck, accidentally severing a couple of these smaller nodules, but avoiding being cut.
Okay.
I couldn't tell if Mr. Death was coughing or trying to stifle or retch.
Oh no, I do have a cough, so I will be trying to mute myself. But
peeling it back, you definitely find some lengths of flesh that can be filleted out.
I'd like to get some fat. I'd love to try and scoop up at least some of the corrosive stuff in one of my smaller vials.
Yeah. You can add to your inventory through this medicine check along this neck of what you stated beforehand. I know Gija is the one taking this. You can get 4 vials of green dragon acid, 2 pounds of dragon fat, and 3 pieces of green dragon sinew.
Cool.
What about the fillet?
Yeah, and a slab of green dragon meat. Yeah.
Oh my god. Dragon. This, I've just realized this whole thing has been building up to delicious in dungeon. Excellent.
I haven't watched it yet.
Gotta start eating everything we meet.
So, I am going to have, given the nature of this expedition and what lies ahead, let us start thinking about weight as well. If we're starting to loot slabs of meat and piles of fat before we even got to the treasure hoard.
Or the bones, or the scales, or the blood.
We
that
haven't
Sina
even
does
talked
want.
about bones or scale yet. Yeah, absolutely right.
They're heavy. I know from Skyrim.
God, yeah.
I need to make my armor.
Obsidian throughout all this is specifically eyeing the scales.
Yeah, after this, like, I'm gonna be eyeing the doors. I want to get like the heart and the liver if possible, or at least slice off bits of them, depending on if they're.
Have you considered a butchery instead?
With everybody's help, or the golem, you would be able to drag it onto its side, sure. And if you want to try and cut open the chest to try and access other organs, make me a medicine check, Asher. DC 26.
Oh no, 17.
Jammy bitch. As you're cutting, you just sever some sinew that was clearly holding some part of the ribs together, and it springs open. Horribly, just launching like flesh and gore, and you are slapped heavily in the face with a burning globule of dragon innard, which absolutely burns your face a little.
Okay, I'm gonna hurry and wipe that off.
I'm moving Gorabo. Oh boy, there we go. Yeah, inside, the organs are a bit of a mess. You can see a couple of damaged organs where you've cut heavily into it as you were going along. What looks like one of the lungs you've accidentally sort of scored about a third of the way through with your dagger as you were trying to cut along the chest. But yeah, the organs are large inside this creature and dense looking.
All right. Well, I'm gonna push around and try and locate the heart, and I know the liver is something that I can use for all sorts of shit. So I'm gonna try and go for those.
Okay, you find the large heart. Make me a DC. What's my list? Yeah, make me a DC 20 medicine check.
Well, fuck.
You, unfortunately, very much butcher getting this heart out. You're going across the connecting arteries, but there's just a bit of that as you're leaning into it working. You'd had your weight sort of against part of it, of these organs, sort of felt solid, but then there's just a shift, you almost like slip into it a little bit, and then you're hurried to sort of right yourself. Your dagger just pulls across. You still are able to remove the heart, but there's now a deep, deep cut going through the side of it. But it is, and even as you sever it, as weight fall, like it comes loose and falls against you, you almost fall to the floor with it. It's tremendously heavy. It's about 75 pounds, this heart.
Okay. I will set it aside in my little pile that I am making
Pile of
here.
offal.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna try and locate and get some of the liver.
Make me another DC 20 medicine check.
Okay.
It's one to locate and one to extract. Yeah,
Well.
you've seen. So, given their use in alchemy, you managed to fairly easily find your way towards something that looks like the dragon liver you've seen listed, but getting it out is equally easy. It is connected in a way where, thankfully, you're not having to bear a load of weight to get to it or hold other things aside, and a little bit of work, you manage to get a this loose.
Well, after that, I am just going to try and get some blood with the rest of my vials.
The liver weighs 50 pounds.
Okay.
And you'd got some blood already. If you want to go for more, you can make me another medicine check. DC 16 to get a couple of vials.
Did I already get some blood? I thought I got some acid.
Oh, yeah, you did. That was it. Yeah.
Motherfucker.
You are so covered in, as you've been cutting around through this, there's been just general runoff of blood. But once that heart came out, it starts to coagulate a little bit.
Wouldn't blood gathering be back at advantage though? Like, I
Wouldn't what,
reckon
sorry?
that's probably.
Hell yes!
Wouldn't
Obsidian, I
that be
love you!
Sorry, try and say again, Obsidian?
Wouldn't getting blood be at advantage again? Because it's not like a complicated organ to get.
I'll give that. So roll it one more time.
One more time.
Not enough. So
Oh,
yeah, you're unable to get any blood, unfortunately.
That's Siri breathing down your neck. Wait, hold on. You're not.
Do you know what choice I'd give you?
Yeah.
You probably have a brief amount of time, a matter of minutes, where at the expense of the heart, you could cut the heart up enough to destroy it to get what blood remains in the chambers in there before it coagulates.
Ooh.
But that's a quick decision.
Shit. How many chambers does this heart have?
I presume
many.
4.
Can I just stab into one really quick and puncture it?
It's gonna look.
No,
This kills the crab. This will destroy the heart, but let you roll some blood. It's blood or heart with these rolls.
You look at Siri and she seems destroyed that the blood is gone. Just for a bit of pressure.
I will cut open. I will cut open the heart.
Okay. Roll me a d6.
I will still have pieces of the heart, right? That I can.
Sure, you'll have some flesh. You'll have some
just
flesh
don't have
that
a
formerly.
resale value.
You'll have flesh that once was a dragon heart.
Heart meat.
Yeah.
Hey, whatever. Powdered dragon heart, I bet, is still potent as fuck.
Or at least good to sell at like a, hippie shop.
I'm so glad you didn't say something else. It's like, cool, let's re-record that. So roll that d6, Asha.
I am genuinely not sure where my spells are without tidy sheet active.
You managed to get 5 vials of green dragon blood.
Cool.
How big are these vials?
Vial size, man. The same as every. The standard D&D vial.
Very, very desperately, Siri just shows her some of her smaller tattoo ink vials, and she goes like, "Is there any left?"
Yeah. Well, how much do you need? I've got a few.
It's fine. I will purchase one of you if you.
No. If you need some, what? How much do you need?
Have you got enough vials for this?
Yeah, I'll just hand you a vial. Yeah.
Oh, I just.
I don't know
Just-
what all is needed for your tattoos.
Not a lot. This would be plenty. I will find a way to recompense you.
No. We took this bitch down together. No, it's spoils.
Thank you.
Asher is grinning like an idiot, and she's sitting there, and she's gonna absolutely slap the side of this disemboweled dragon like that car salesman, in the meme. Looking very, very satisfied with her pile of nice little organized bits.
You can fit
The nice
so many
organs.
ingredients in this bad boy.
Yeah. She'll just look around at you guys, absolutely covered in all sorts, and then remember to prestidigitate herself, and then just be like, "You guys going for the bones? I assume that there's a lot of stuff you can make with the bones and scales, armor wise." Looking at you three.
I mean, scales maybe. I'm not sure how useful bone is for such things. I'm also concerned about the amount of stuff we're going to be trying to take home.
Yeah. Well, let's go find this horde.
Oh, now you're talking about language.
So
Everyone. Oh yeah, go on.
Would Obsidian be able to appraise the scales?
Yeah, absolutely.
During all this,
Yeah.
To get a bearing of, is it
He's
even
familiar
worth
with
it?
scales.
So there are scales. They're not like the heavy plating that adult dragons have, and you definitely already had ascertained that that Golovax and Ulan was definitely lighter scaled than most dragons. However, there's absolutely still hundreds of scales on this thing. As you've worked, you can see how this isn't a case of plucking off individual scales, but you could, with some skill, essentially skin or sheave off sections that someone with the know-how could then go on to treat. It wouldn't so much be, here's a bag of dragon scales, but rather, hey, here are some sheets of dragon hide.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So yeah, you could absolutely make a medicine check.
So
Which,
I guess
well, here's the thing. Asher can give you advantage on this. This is cutting along surface level under the skin. You're not playing around with organs. So it would be difficult. I'm going to say anything higher than a 16 is a success. Anything beyond that determines how much you're getting out of this.
Okay. So with advantage, you said?
Yeah, and we'll say this is covering. Are you trying to take like as much of a dragon as you can?
As would survival help as well, because it's to do with hunting wild game and things like that.
I feel like this is medical, but this is about cutting along underneath the flesh and things like that. This is where double medicine on this is absolutely sufficient.
Sure. I would also technically have leather workers tools as a proficiency. I don't know if that helps any, but
then we'll add
just the medicine.
You know, that very much applies to this, so we'll apply your proficiency to it as well.
I mean, I have medicine proficiency. Okay, well, let's just
nice
see how we go.
Okay, yeah. So you basically you don't have much joy with like the fiddly areas, the small sets of scales that are wrapped around, claws and digits, or under like the horns on the head. Well, other than more just like spines on Golovax and Ulan. But you managed to, over the course of about an hour, you managed to take off both sides of the dragon. It is enormously heavy. Once you separate these, it reaches that point where you cut the first side, you're cutting from the top, and as you get to a certain point, it just kind of folds down, and its own weight rips the second part, like the lower part away quite clumsily. Doesn't lose you any scales, but you definitely learn for the second side to cut from the bottom and then sever across the top. You have about 300 pounds worth of dragon scale here. 2 enormous slabs. I will remind you that you do have a borrowed bag of holding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know. Oh. Either way, I think for now we are just slamming down the meat and all that to the side, right? Is that correct? And we are checking the rest? Or are we taking, like, how are we doing this?
I mean,
I mean,
you obviously can individually carry things. I would request from just so it doesn't completely derail our session, I would request, but we don't have like Irina and the bugbear start getting laden down with inventories, given at some point you're going to teleport away.
Well, actually, sorry to actually just on that. Just as a little aside, because I wanted to do this anyway. It's nothing to do with weight, but just before we move on from here, City would come towards Irina and say, "You are definitely very proficient with your longbow. I picked up this thing a long time ago." And she points at her very heavy, ornate crossbow that she will never use. It's not really my thing. I prefer to be close and personal. But if you wanted to learn to use it, I am told this can be quite powerful. Not as light as yours, for sure, but it would be a present for as a thank you, as you were not supposed to aid us in the fight, and you did.
Whilst I certainly appreciate that, that's probably more useful for someone back at Cedar Watch manning the palisades, dragging a crossbow around, creeping through undergrowth, having to go reloading it. That's not really a weapon for traveling light through the forest.
Well, if you think it would be of use to your watch, do take it with my compliments.
Much obliged. And she'll take it and stash it.
You were incredibly brave.
It was certainly an experience. I dare say I'll get chewed out a fair bit, but if I can take this back as a gift for the commander, then maybe it'll lessen the tanning on my hide a bit.
Make sure to grab a couple of scales as well, just so you can show them around.
Obsidian's whilst you have been doing this, everybody, can I please ask everyone to make me a perception check?
Gasp.
As everyone's sort of looking to the work and cutting apart this dragon, there's a moment where Obsidian and Atticus, you kind of just catch each other surveying your surroundings, and as the golem just shifts for a moment, you both realise that Gorobal is no longer stood on it.
Do you see where he went?
I will only presume that to get his reward.
Who went?
Gorobal, he's not on atop his golem.
Oh shit!
Did you see anything?
Getting a head start.
Well, might be time to get a move on anyway. Clara, did you get your tooth?
You did most of the work. I wait until you have taken what you want. This is the way of things.
I don't think there's any good ones left there. Can we spare one, Asha?
Oh yeah, of course. And she'll toss one. No, she will carefully hand one over.
They explode! He takes it and gives you a nod before he sort of just sits leaning on the table.
Rio, do you want anything?
Well, I'd like to know what our next adventure's gonna be. I've got a bit of a taste for it now.
Okay, you're coming with us to the Adventurers Guild.
Sure. What's that?
Did you see where the creepy guy went?
I'm sure they will love him.
Oh no! I was looking at the winged one while you were getting inside it.
Check this area. Walking down here. We haven't really been here. Clearly going on my own, but it's okay. Got light cast on me. Oh, Jesus. What a mess.
Clorag is like, I have no interest in the beast's treasures. Shall I leave you now to your spoils?
I mean, we will be returning this way, so if you wish to rest up a little bit, we will be passing this way, I imagine.
We have done our work. You have not killed me. You could have, but have not yet. You are not staying and making a tribe with me. So
No.
I will go and find my way in the woods, I think.
Do you reckon you will now recover the tribe, or what's left of it?
There isn't much left. I think I will continue on my
Quite
own
a few
way.
of them fled. There's still the chosen, or whatever you called him. The one who served the winged one, the one with gifts. I don't think we've met anything like that.
They fled too. I could tell because of their wobbling when they run. I think I will go into the woods. Maybe try and get a dog of my own.
Sounds good. Remember that the mountains offer safety in numbers if you want to go that way.
That is very kind. I must go.
I'm gonna reach out and try and shake his hand. If you're ever in Athkatla, make sure to look us up.
He will awkwardly grab your elbow and then will exit the stage. No, wait, it's not that way. You'll go back the way you came. Zip. Zip. And he wanders off into the dark.
Interesting. All right, then. The rest of us move along, right?
Yeah, as soon as we figure out which way.
Deeper.
We will assume that Irina and Rio are coming along with you. I just can't be asked wiggling them around so much. Is Asher going with?
I'll follow along if
let me help you.
they seem to have chosen this as a direction.
I would very much like to be very aware of my environment as I'm moving forward.
DM, could we actually ask Irina and Rio to stay behind?
Yeah, sure.
Just to kind of chill there with the golem and you know, make sure nothing weird happens.
Okay.
We're gonna get back, and the golem's gonna smash them to smithereens.
Irina's face just screaming endlessly from inside the monster.
God, why?
Yes, the good old acid river. Love it.
Oh, that should have been boop when it died. I thought that was set to hidden on mine, waiting to reveal it. You do smell acid in here, and you see like slight puddles and pools of a remnant in that channel. I don't really think that any of you have a background in industrial forging or industry, do you?
No.
I mean, not industrially, but I
Yeah.
do have smithing.
This clearly is like a large-scale forge, this place. Asher, you see a heavy stone door, a single stone door ahead of you.
I also see the light and our companions back there. And we're like, right?
Oh,
Does the door, knowing how this place was, does the door appear trapped at all? In fact, you know what? I'm gonna take a look at it. I'm gonna just step back and be like, do we think it's trapped?
Do we
try and
think
open the door.
I
we
would
think-
check. I would.
The door swings open without incident.
I was just gonna say that. Do we think Goribal went this way anyway? So, if there were traps, surely we would know.
I mean, short of him going to the left direction, I feel like since that one tunnel leads up this way too, it's.
I mean,
Well-
would this even be the way that the dragon hold would be? What if it's back
Yeah.
that way and then to the north?
Weren't we told it is beyond some sort of, not a river, a lake of some sort?
Underneath.
I thought it was part of the description that we would have to
Hang on,
dive to
I
the.
see a lake.
All right,
Alright.
here we go then.
Hey, well, that works.
Entering with all these lights shining about you. I would like everybody to make me a perception check, please. Yeah.
Sorry.
Where
Coming.
were these rolls when we were doing combat?
Atticus, Obsidian, Asher, and let's see what Sire rolls. All of you, as the light, as various light shines out across this lake, this small pool. Against the wall, you just see a quick piece of movement, and pressed against the wall on the far side is a large entity that tries very hard to remain
Do it.
or to remain unobserved. And
I sure will absolutely whisper that.
It just freezes.
Eldritch Blast.
Fucking knew it.
You'd Eldritch Blast it?
Yeah.
Allow me to unhide it.
Oh god.
There is no world that I'm not Eldritch Blasting that creature. Where are my spells at?
It hits.
Drown.
Okay. As you strike it, tendrils come shooting out from the creature into the water. Can everybody roll me initiative?
Initiative is there.
Ah, no combaties.
Obsidian, you're up.
Oh.
Oh my
Great.
god. I rolled a 1.
We don't want.
Well, you did.
Let's change that music up. There we go. A little bit of dragon music again.
I don't wanna be first.
But you're
It
so
was your
fast.
speed.
I really don't. The creature is fairly big then, huh?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And it's in the water and it is flailing. You know what? Okay, I mean...
And it protrudes. It looks like a stalagmite. Tight. I always get it wrong.
It might.
It might. Yeah, it looks like an island at first, jutting out of a rock. But yeah, you just see, as this Eldritch Blast hits it, you just see a sudden flurry of underwater activity where the creature remains still. What are you doing, Obsidian?
Yes. I mean, Obsidian doesn't have many choices here, really. Like, it's just... He will go towards it. straight through the water. And you say that is on ground level, essentially.
Essentially, yeah.
The water level. Okay, so we'll go in swinging with them all. Not recklessly, I don't think. Just 2 swings. How fun is that? Twice as fun as 1 swing. And am I able to move it?
If you try to drive it, you just feel that there's just such it's adhered to something, unable to move it.
Fair enough.
Eldritch
We'll
Blast
accept
has
that.
2 beams.
Nice.
Oh,
That's based on character level.
yes, it is.
I will do a 2nd beam if you don't mind.
Go for it.
16 doesn't hit. It is roper-like.
16 doesn't hit. It's not great.
Yeah.
I don't like its name.
Got
Yeah.
extra 1 point of damage.
Anything else
Well
from you,
done.
Obsidian?
I'm afraid not. My bonus actions are waiting for a long rest.
Okay. There is an eruption from the water as 4 large tendrils, like thick purple ropes, just come out and attack each of you.
Don't feel as bad about coming closer to it then.
Obsidian and Asher. Oh, it isn't on here. That's awkward. Can Obsidian and Asher both make me... Oh, in fact, no. You are grappled. You are grappled. There's no check involved. Hitting you has grappled you. So let me put that on Obsidian. And who is the other one? Asher. Asher, you are also grappled. It will then use its real ability, pulling each creature grappled by it up to 25 feet straight towards it. Asher, you just... Well, Atticus and Sire both just see this rope wrap around Asher's neck, and then just with a sudden yank, she goes flying into the water.
Would this attack trigger Sentinel? Because it's attack that happened within 5 feet. But the creature's not within 5 feet, so I have no idea. But
Would
if
she
a
have been able
tentacle
to
is
hit the
within 5 feet.
tentacle?
Yeah.
You can. It won't affect the movement, but it's damage against it.
Okay.
Because it isn't the creature isn't moving itself, so you can damage a tentacle, but it won't lock it down. But damage is damage if you want to react.
Yep. Normal. Ooh.
Hits.
Damage, and some of it is fire damage.
Okay, yeah, you score across this tendril.
As it drags
and
Asher.
the creature shrieks, but then Asher zoop, disappears. Oh, did you do that damage to the creature? Did you? Okay, it doesn't work quite like that. Let me have that HP back.
Yep. Sorry, I didn't know what else to target
Yeah, it's
since
fine.
there wasn't anything else.
And then it is going to bite this soft morsel. As Asher comes reeling in, it is going to bite her.
Gideon looks to the side. First time.
Can you react to a 24, Asher? Oh, she's muted.
No, I cannot.
Okay. This horrible maw just... that is it for its turn. Sira, you're up.
All right, so Cora is gonna fly this way, 30 feet, and as they do, they're gonna turn into a fiery whip. And I'm going to attack. Serious attack can go through Cora, so that's what's happening. Does not hit, but it does not matter because I believe I can do this again now. Because I'm level 5.
Is it both attacks you can do for it? I wasn't sure if it's a once per round thing or if it's just, hey, whenever you attack.
I think it's whenever I attack, but hold on.
Cool.
We can always check, but I don't know where to check on this new sheet because it is weird. Hold on. Manifest Echo. No, that's bonus action.
When you take the attack action on your turn, any attack you make with that action can originate from your space or the Echo's space.
Thank you.
Nice. Then yeah.
Oh well, this is a new
Awesome.
form for the little one. I am still going to move, actually, just here, defensive position next to my brother.
Okay. Asher, you are grappled. You are partially underwater. You have just been chomped by a large piece of rock. It still has you gripped underwater. What do you do?
I think I am going to do Shocking Grasp. I think is the thing that I'm just gonna leap to. If I can find myself.
Nice. Hits. The creature just... as this jolt shoots up it. You feel, Obsidian, just this metallic tingle in the water for a moment as this electricity is discharged right next to you, but blessedly, it does not affect you. Anything else from you, Asher?
Does it release me at all?
No.
Okay. Well, that's unfortunate.
Anything else?
Let's see. What Obsidian? What are you at? Oh, I can't see anything. Hold on. No, that's it.
Okay. Atticus.
Okay, I'm going to use my bonus action to move Hex, which, well, how long were we cutting up the dragon?
I described it as being about an hour that you spent taking down beside, so more than an hour has passed since the dragon died.
Unfortunately, at this level, that does mean I no longer have Hex. Okay, I'm going to rotate slightly this way. I don't think I've got any spell slots. Where do I see how many spell? Oh, those little things. Yeah, I don't have any. I'm going to Eldritch Blast.
Remember, it's 2 beams.
Oh, it is.
Are the attacks rolled separately for them?
Yeah.
Typically, yeah.
Yes, for this spell. For most cantrips, it's just more damage on the one roll. Why did that say it didn't hit?
Because its AC is 20.
Is it?
Yep.
Holy shit. Okay, well, I'll do it again. Aha!
Hits.
This is where I roll a 1. 4! Boom!
Nice. Anything
That's
else
what
from
I've
you?
got. Nope.
Okay, Obsidian.
No, how's the creature? Oh.
You're grappled, held under the water.
So I don't know how the creature's looking.
Creature ain't looking great.
And you mentioned that Sira didn't attack the creature?
She didn't. Her she attacked the tendril, but it's handled separately to the rest of the creature.
Okay,
but she just targeted it.
So I could try and just break the grapple on myself. Could I do that
You
for
could
Asher?
spend. You could spend your action trying to break free yourself, or you could attack a tendril, which has, unsurprisingly, its own AC and HP rules. So you could try to get yourself out via a check, or you could try to get someone out via beating it up.
Okay, gotcha.
Or
but there's no
you could attack the creature.
There's no option to just try and break the grapple, but on someone else.
I feel
would you allow that?
that would be attacking it, wouldn't it?
Okay, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Okay, then. In which case, I think Obsidian will swing at the tendril, then.
Okay, don't
I
target
am just
target the
grappled,
creature.
not restrained, so I reckon...
You are... Let me just check. The
wow.
creature... The target is grappled. Until the grapple ends, the target is restrained and has disadvantage on strength checks and strength saving throws.
Oh, so I also have... Wonderful. So everything it is at a disadvantage.
Yeah.
It's horrible. So I guess in this case, the only thing that I can even attempt to do is to try and break the grapple normally, because attacks at disadvantage at AC 20, no. But maybe athletics works, so we'll try to just break it on me. Disadvantageously, though. Sure.
You are unable to rive.
That's some
out.
fun rule set. Well, then that's my turn.
Okay. The Drowner will attempt to get the other two people who it does not have in its clutches. Both fail. Another set of tendrils come bursting out, but the Atticus siblings, the Gladstone siblings, are both waiting for it and manage to avoid or swat it away in their own way. It cannot reel. It has nobody new to reel in. It would have tried, I think, that time to get Cora as well, but it would just pass through it, and there's no damage involved in the roll, so nothing kind of happens there. Then, yeah, I think it will be trying to bite again. I think it will continue trying to bite the person it's already had a munch of. Let's do another bite out of Asher. Misses. That's it. Siri.
Okay. Oh god, I'm just really not that used to this. So I'm just gonna try again to attack through Cora. There's not much else I can think of doing. Oh dear.
First whip misses.
Oh gosh, okay.
Second whip misses.
Okay. Okay. Oh no. Okay.
Remember, Atticus, you started this.
I mean, yeah,
Asher.
that's exactly what I'd have done.
All right. I feel like I got over my initial shocky little panic there. I am going to try and actually aim at this thing.
Oh, you missed an advantage on the bite, by the way.
Me?
No, DM.
Oh.
Because we are restrained.
Who's side
shit.
You're restrained or you're just
on?
grappled?
Both.
No.
Oh.
Thank you.
We don't have the condition, but he did mention it. I
I'll
needed it
roll
for
that.
my turn.
I'll roll that one more time.
I'm sorry.
Would you have reacted to a 17, Asher?
Oh shit. Actually, hold on. What am I, a 14 normally? What does... Yeah, I actually would have.
Okay, take it off then.
Okay. Okay,
so
back to
so
me?
your turn. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I am going to look at it and I'm going to Eldritch Blast it. Hopefully. Oh god. Oh, I'm gonna do... Oh.
It would be with disadvantage for 2 reasons.
Alright. Cool.
That you?
That's me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only one of us
flailing
who
with
doesn't
water.
like being in melee.
I mean,
Eldritch Blast would have a second beat.
Hold
if
on,
you want.
hold
Yes,
on. Obsidian
exactly.
wants to...
Advantage.
Oh, yeah.
that's exactly what Atticus said. Was my next
Yeah.
point.
You got an extra shot of it now, Luca, but disadvantageously.
Do I?
Do I?
Why does that not happen automatically?
A couple of spells are fiddly with it, like Magic Missile as well.
Alright.
Well, it's basically
So
just
with
a second attack.
disadvantage.
Oh.
And that one hits.
Oh.
Roll damage.
Alright.
Tell me how you kill it.
Oh.
Absolutely. So it picks me up. I try and panic shock it. It tries and wails at me. I shield it, and I finally just like try and dangling there, probably upside down. Just try and take a few deep breaths and just blast it back down into the water.
Asha, are you okay? I was gonna get it on my next shot. I promise.
Flashing towards the shore.
Asha, something only you see is you're sort of being dragged around underwater and your head keeps sort of bobbing up as you're trying to get a shot at this thing, and it's all chaotic and dark, and the horrible, like, the flicker and light of your companions making it all. You swear almost for a moment that just a gentle, warm hand that in no way terrifies you, even though it came from under the water, like a large hand, just feels like it buoys you up slightly for a moment. You immediately understand the nature of it, even though you might not like to admit it. And
Completely
it just
unscary reasons. I'm gonna book it more towards the shore.
And it just lifts you up enough for you to get that clean shot. But yeah, you kill it.
Yeah, I'm gonna just absolutely thrash towards the shore and just be like, yeah, totally fine. Absolutely fine. Everything's fine.
The creature just
amazing shot.
sinks
I
beneath
was
the water.
totally just lining up the perfect kill shot though, so it would have been fine either way.
Yeah, it would have been totally fine. We had that handled. We didn't need any help.
Surely this can't be the pool where the dragon was hiding its hoard, if it had some other creature in. I don't think the Golovux and Nulan would have taken kindly to such a presence.
Or perhaps
unless it was a
guardian.
guard dog. Yeah.
Perhaps. Obsidian, do you fancy doing the honors?
I can go with you.
Oh.
I mean, he's amphibious.
Obsidian will look towards Asher and then back towards the tentacled mass. Do you reckon there's something worthwhile inside that? Seem to have a very singular eye.
I know that Luca may have been receiving several calls as.
It's fine.
So if she isn't replying, she may have just
quite
taken
all right. Obsidian is well used to being ignored.
I'm here. Were you saying something to me about an eye, Obsidian?
Yes, Obsidian was asking
whether this monster.
Yeah, whether you think there's anything worthwhile within the creature that attacked us, and that the eye seemed to be like a very, significant element of it.
He's gonna glance at the water and be like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know how well I could get at anything while trying to hold my breath and see in the dark water.
Well, if you want the eye, I can try to extract it.
If you want to, absolutely, I'll take that. But I am not going in there.
Sure. Yeah, Obsidian will give it a quick try. Sort of swim down.
Can I assume you're taking like a light coin or something down with you?
I suppose we would do that.
It's surprisingly shallow, you see, as you get in here. Only just deeper than you are tall at its deepest point. The drowner is now in like a bit of a crumpled, toppled heap under the water. You are able to make a medicine check to try and remove the large, fleshy. It's almost like it's stiff. It's almost like an urchin. Like when you find like an urchin with lost its spine, like a big enemy in the middle. You can make me a DC 12 medicine check to try and harvest that.
Huh.
Yep, you get a drowner eye.
Cool. We'll swim up with the bulb.
Like a pearl diver.
Quite a big one.
Is there anything else down there?
I suppose that is also
crevices?
like if Obsidian has the coin, he would also be looking to where does this go? Is there an option to swim somewhere?
Doesn't seem to be from your looking around. It's all quite shallow. There's a few discarded bones, but you see no sort of underwater tunnels or sinkholes or anything else.
Gotcha.
What's up that way, Obsidian? And points to the north, where the light seems to be illuminating a passage.
I believe we are to assume that this does not lead anywhere.
I'd like to just carefully make my way down here.
Do we want to go south, or do we want to try up the north way?
Doesn't this just loop back to where we were?
It may well do. So, I mean, we can pursue it. We're not in a rush now, are we?
Yeah, Siri, looking ahead, you start to see the support beams overhead that were reminiscent of
Asher
the.
will absolutely.
Okay, Siri.
Sorry, I just walking. I did say I was walking.
Yeah. You feel a click underfoot, having
Maybe we should have a
re-entered,
rest.
having re-entered the mines. Can you make me a DC 14 dex save, please?
I can certainly fucking try.
Could I have been resting during the dragon harvesting?
I'd already said that everybody was involved in the dragon harvesting, given the sheer weight and size.
Oh, for fuck's sakes. Surely, like my past... Oh, never mind. Okay. 11.
An 11.
11.
There is a click underfoot before springs from the wall. And an initial. Now, we're not in combat, so we'll do this as I will assume that you're going to move immediately.
Yes, please.
So you take 6 points of fire damage as it first whips out onto you, and it begins rotating. There's just
not that way.
There's just flames up Siri's arms, which he's patting out frantically.
I mean,
oh my god!
Out. We could still go that way if you want.
No. We need to find the horde, and we need to find Gorigal.
Yeah.
So not that way? I mean, it could be that way. But fair enough. Let's try up the north past the moat. Oh, there's also... Oh, this is also a corridor. This is very confusing.
Hold on, Atticus. Not too fast. Let's stick together.
Yeah, I'll let Obsidian go first and see what happens.
I would like very much to keep checking for traps in places. Left or right?
I mean, I don't know. Let's go this way. Okay. More water.
Are these ropes?
You'd seen some ropes near the entrance as well that the kobolds seem to use for rapid and easy ascent and descent around some of the steeper areas of the cavern. Atticus vanishes from sight.
Not without his sisters, he doesn't.
I come back. I was just looking around the corner. It winds around, so I'm not entirely sure what is around that way. But there's also, this ravine, and wherever the river goes.
We might as well. They did say it was underwater, wasn't it?
So shall we follow the river?
Let's go down the ravine. Siri's gonna. How low is this ravine?
20 foot, I believe.
Okay, she's gonna port down by Akura instead of using the ropes, which could.
God, so fancy. If I had spell slots.
We should not have allowed Clorak to leave.
Why?
I don't know that.
He seemed to know where the lair is.
Okay.
I
so
don't think
there's
we
one other
allowed him or
passage.
disallowed him.
Is that back up a distance? On the right?
Yes.
Ah. So
Is
there's
it more
another
than 30
passage
feet?
there.
That's 20.
Cool. Hops. Oops.
Okay, bye.
Okay, don't worry. Hold on. She's gonna pull down some rope that she has
Amnian,
in her
do you want to
inventory.
just peek around the corner and tell us what you see? Be stealthy.
Be okay. I will be stealthy with my disadvantage. This is stupid, Atticus. Hold on. She's gonna prepare some rope and like leave it there for it to be scaled. Actually, I don't know if there's anything for me to tie it.
Do you have any pitons of you? If you do, you could just hammer one in. You could set a piton
Don't
for.
be ridiculous. Every adventurer has rope, but none of them carry pitons.
Hempen rope, tinderbox, mess kit. Nope.
I mean, you can
No,
always
but
throw
I
it to
can
him
just-
and just hold it while he climbs
Yeah,
it.
So I'll do that.
Yep. Are you
Come
all
up here.
heading
I
up?
don't-
Mm-hmm.
I guess so.
Are we abandoning the water plan? I will
No,
ask out loud.
We can just go back down. I just don't want to check this by myself.
Are we
Oh.
seeing webbing
Oh.
here?
We're
We
back
were
in
here.
the smithing room.
Mhm.
Okay, good.
You know, some cardio and some light aerobic activity is good for the brain.
Mhm.
As she ports down instead of using the rope.
Yeah, the fact that that's unlimited teleportation is crazy.
It gets better later. It gets to 1,000 feet.
What?
Wait, hold on. No, it doesn't. Hold on. I need to read that again. Never mind.
Wait, is this
How
not big
deep
enough to
is
fit
this
through?
water?
So this filters into, like, to describe this in a way that is the limitations of a map without raising in-character suspicion, this seems to then filter into a very, very small sinkhole that goes off elsewhere that is definitely too small for characters to fit into.
Damn it. Okay, has there been a direction that we've missed?
There must have been.
We could go further south. Was
Did
there a
these
door?
stairs I met go anywhere?
Oh yeah, we didn't check those, did we? We just they loop around on the left. Okay, good.
You see light rippling from ahead, eerie and green.
Ooh.
Gorival. Is there a door in the wall here?
There's
Yes.
something up ahead, guys.
Here-ish? Okay.
Yes.
Step softly.
Do we...
And
Oh.
yeah, you see a large portal hovering, persistent, with a number of sleeping bags and sort of bedrolls and general litter scattered around here that makes it clear that this is where some kobolds had been camping. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, we're back.
Heard it. Raiders, yes.
Hello?
I'm stuck.
Beyond, on the other side of a portal, you just see dark green stone and large doors ahead through the portal. It's very much a Doctor Strange sort of, you can see what's on the other side, as opposed to a Stargate style ominous ripple.
Can I just quickly check to see that this is just art, or is there a table with like letters and things written down and stuff?
There is not a table of sexy plot related documentation. It's where we'll say it's playing cards.
I am gonna first have a brief experiment with an inanimate object. I'm carrying a torch, so I'm gonna stick one end through it and then pull it back just to make sure it's okay.
Kuda takes the torch and grabs the torch from Atticus's hand and pulls it further into the room. Sakura's gone through the portal.
Cool.
And then I want to stick my hand in it and then pull my hand back out and check I've still got my hand.
2 obsidians. Yeah, you do still have your hand.
We look at each other and we race each other through the portal.
We step into the portal.
So, back when there was light here, I tried to click on the door, but it was locked.
It was.
Okay, I see.
And then you hear the others go through the portal.
Could I get a torch? I would probably be lighting one at some point during all this.
I thought I had one because Sarah had my light, but I do not appear to have one on me anymore.
Well, let me just set.
Did I have one?
You're all trying to do different things at once. Just let's have some consideration for the DM, and let me try and do these things one at a time. So, okay, I've done a torch on him. I know. I have done a torch on her. 2 of you have gone for the portal. 2 of you are now choosing to do things here. That's done. That's done.
Now that Obsidian knows they've passed through the portal.
That's done. Okay, you both have torches on you.
We can probably check it on the way back, right?
You son of a...
There's definitely no going back.
Okay, then I'll try the door. I mean, what is it? Because it looks like a wall, obviously, on the map.
It's just a door, man. Yeah, it's
I will try to walk through it then.
You bang your snout on the wall. You know it's locked.
I will try to walk through it mole first. How about that?
Okay, make an attack.
Out of my way, door.
You smash it open.
Cool. That's what Obsidian's about.
And you find a disheveled looking room that stinks of rotten food and has a very small mannequin in the corner that looks like it would normally have some very small pieces of armor placed on it. This would appear to be the Kobold Commander's room.
Mm-hmm. A very brief look around, I guess. Just sort of, is there anything that looks like, I don't know, a chest?
No, it looks, from what you see, the treasures go to the dragon.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Very, very perfunctory and military in style.
Sure. In which case, to the portal we go. Wait
Asher,
for Asher.
Are you following?
There's no reservations.
I can still see them, right? As they walk through? How do they seem?
I don't know, because as soon as we went through the portal, we split into doing different things. So 2 people went through 5 minutes ago, and we haven't gone to them yet. We've done stuff here, so I don't know, man. They just stepped through it. We haven't got to that yet.
I'm actually just chilling here for a minute to see what's happening with them.
You see 2 and then 3 of them go through. At whatever point you want to rejoin the rest of the group, Asher, you let me know. I'll delete you off the next scene. So, fuck my life. Asher is not on this scene. We lost some other people who are not here.
Yep.
Bugbear left. Rio, you said to stay behind. Arena, you said to stay behind. Okay. So the other three step into a lot. Is it loaded for the three of you?
It has.
Yeah.
Can you see? Can you see your hidden character, Asha? Do you still have vision on this scene?
No.
Okay,
It's cool. It's cool.
1 second. Where are we? If
She
I
is.
just
Just-
make
Yeah,
you,
see if it's
Asher just
invisible
steps
rather
through.
than-
if I unhide you, but then make you invisible, then
Yeah.
you should be able
Yeah.
to. Can you see now, Asha?
I can.
Okay. So yes, everybody. Hey, it's 9 o'clock. Should we take our break and then we'll pick up with what's actually in this place you've come through to? So it is 5 to 9. Let's pick up at 9:05. Well, 9:10, and we will find out what is in this place. So we will be back in 10 minutes.
Okay.
See you in a few. We're back.
Revolut.
So, most of you step through the portal into, and you look back and you see Asha just stood there looking at you. No sound carrying through, but you can make eye contact easily. And you are stood in a large corridor. Huge steel double doors in front of you, but then corridors leading off to both left and right. The smell in the air is acidic.
Oh, good to know. I'll turn around and be like, that's what she is.
I'll turn around and be like, what? Oh, God. Yeah, all right, I'll step through.
As all of you enter the trap
Yeah.
dimension. No.
I was thinking that. Only now, when 4 people exactly enter, does it seal.
Exodia.
Well. So this door, is it like it's big and steel? Is it ornate in any way, inscribed, or just a big steel door?
Just a big steel double door.
Does this one look distinctly different than?
No, it looks the same.
Oh, there's more doors. Interesting. More door. I'll turn to Sirey and just be like, and like nod, and we'll go to open
Well,
the double doors together.
You will
As you
find
even-
Sita inspecting the door first.
Oh, in that case, I ignore her and I try and open the door.
Even the lightest touch on this door, and it just swings open, clearly enchanted.
Now this is what I'm talking about.
Hold on! Please, may I check for traps? Or for any sort of mechanisms? Or for any, like, arcane runes that are glowing?
Sure, make an investigation check.
I will roll wisdom to see if I can hold myself back.
Go for it. Whatever DC you think is appropriate. Sirey, you see no signs of any of those things as you give an inspective perusal of the corridor.
It's because one of my eyes is following my idiot of a brother down this corridor.
Well, that's not
I would-
enough to pass. So
I would just like to declare that Obsidian is trying to find any, what would you call it? Jesus, just watching around for Goribal's presence, just sort of any signs of him passing through here, or if he's just around, or if some noise carries.
Okay. Yeah, you see a large round chamber, green stone bridges stretching over a pool of ever-churning acid, large draconic carvings looming down overhead, and a central platform, like a large altar. There is a huge pile of coins and items. For the sake of just someone on the map, I've put it down as 2 chests. There are no chests unless I describe something as being in a chest. Items are just lumped in with this mountain of coin.
I have to say, this is not what I was expecting. you think this is? I mean, there was a portal. Do you think that we're turning to the others? Is like this was the dragon magically created this dimension for the sake of storing its loot?
How did she get in here?
Well, I mean, she could transform to be as big as a person, so
Yeah, all right. I
same way we did, I guess.
actually kind of forgot about that.
There are also, I would give you, at the edge of several of the lava pools, there are large claw marks in the stone, suggesting that maybe something has approached or exited from within the acid underneath.
Okay. Oh,
So
cool.
there's like a gap. Does it look like the below, like we're on like a dais above, and the moat in front is connected to the outside bit as well, or is this a different recess in front of us?
It's the same. I've bastardized this together from several different map maps. So it is one pool of liquid beneath the whole room, which isn't like a platform suspended over. It's basically resting on the liquid. And we'll say there are steps up to this platform.
Oh, because I was just going to strap jump over.
Yeah, that was.
That's cooler. You can do that too.
I don't want to wait to go around. Let me at him.
So, this is where our session becomes a little unusual, because you have a finite specific pile in front of you. There's no point doing rolls to see what you find, because if you're exhaustively sifting through this, you're gonna find everything, right? There is, unsurprisingly, a huge amount of coins. Dotted throughout, there are a large number of gemstones as well. Now, for the purposes of storage, I do have most of these. Like, for example, I have an item called Bag of Gems, which has all the gems inside it. But, you know, so for inventory purposes, I will eventually go, here you go, here is Bag of Gems. But you see there are coins, there are gems, there are odd items that may be magical, may not. There are pieces of fine jewelry. There are rather unusual things, like you see, for example, just a rather large stone lantern, like almost a like garden furniture size, you know, in the modern day. There are items of clothing. There are all sorts. There are a large number. There's a tapestry sort of spread and draped over a portion of it, like a large rug. Yeah. Does anybody have anything they want to start with? Or should I realistically just start detailing from start to finish the items in here, and you can discuss each one as it comes up?
I mean, I think we're going to want to hear about a lot, but I'm most interested in armor and weapons, if there are any.
Okay. Let's also assume, unless you tell me otherwise, but time is not of the essence, and we will have this take, like, you know, at least a short rest as you're going through this. Mm-hmm. Combing through for things that resemble armor. You do find a blue steel helmet and a single large black metal gauntlet. Just one, not a pair. You're looking for a companion at first, but you just find the one. And it has a crimson gem in the back. So yeah, a helmet and a single gauntlet. There is also a robe, but I'm not sure if we're calling a robe armor or not.
How fancy is the robe?
It is a red silk robe covered in gold embroidery.
Ooh. Would look amazing on me.
Where would you wear that?
To all of the best galas.
Like, would you put it over top of your armor or under?
At the kind of event I expect to be wearing such an outfit, I would not probably be wearing any armor.
All right.
Maybe we could go out to some fancy restaurant and get dressed up.
Hell yeah. We can afford it now.
Do you guys have any ways of identifying anything magical over there?
It's funny you should mention that. I will pull out the identifier.
But where will you find the coins?
If you recall, this was looted from Ardith. It was Ardith's wand. It has a slot on it. You insert, I think it was 1 gold piece. And,
Hearken to the child.
and it can magically identify magic items. So, considering the volume of gold that we have here, and the fact we probably can't carry it all back with us anyway, seems like a good use. Wouldn't you say?
That's
Yeah.
exactly what I meant, and I didn't need you to. Okay, yeah. Can you please start identifying things?
Well, maybe the viewer doesn't remember, and I will.
I mean, I definitely didn't. Asher did not remember.
I will. Yeah, I'll take out the identifier, start loading up with some gold, and try and identify the things we've looked at so far.
Okay, so I will. Was it 50 or 75?
It says 50 in the description.
Cool. For each item you identify, then I will just reduce the pile of gold by 50 for each item. So the helmet you identify as being the helm of underwater action. Whilst attuned to this brass helmet, you can breathe underwater, you gain dark vision with a range of 60 feet, and you gain a swimming speed of 30 feet.
Does the dark vision work if you're not underwater?
Yes.
This is the most powerful item in this campaign.
The gauntlet is called the Eye of Sunrise. And obviously, all of this I'm going to put in the chat and in our channel. A crimson gemstone glitters in the back of this black iron gauntlet. Whilst wearing the gauntlet, you can use a bonus action to cause the stone to shed bright red light in a 10-foot radius and dim light for an additional 10 feet. Additionally, you can use an action to raise the gauntlet and emit a fiery explosion in a 30-foot cone. This explosion can be heard 300 feet away. Each creature in the area must make a DC 15 dex saving throw or take 5d6 fire damage plus 5d6 force damage on a failed save, or half as much as a successful one. Each structure and mundane object that isn't being worn or carried takes 10d6 and 10d6. Once the action is used, it can't be used again until the next dawn.
That
Jesus.
sounds amazing.
Jesus crikey.
Are the robes magical or just fancy?
So here's the thing. You don't have to detect magic, do you? So I assume that... So the robe is not magical, but you didn't know that. So I assume you put the spell in. Now, it doesn't use the money because there's no identification takes place. But this is kind of a crude means, I guess, of if nothing is identified, you know that it wasn't magic. The robe is not magic. It is just a fine craft.
Is it not the kind of thing where, like, you can just tell by, like, interacting with something?
If you're spending time on each item. But
yeah, I'm not doing that.
given there's no immediate threat and it doesn't burn gold because no identification takes place, the fact it won't do anything is kind of...
we keep the gold.
Yeah. It's kind of your... Well, okay, well, nothing's identifying, so this isn't magic.
My wand's not working.
Yeah.
Oh
So
my
yeah,
God.
it's just a very well made robe.
Nice.
Other things in this pile. Yes, a bag of many gems. Let me read to you. There are different numbers of these, but we have azurite, banded agate, blue quartz, eye agate, malachite, moss agate, pearls, rhodochrosite, rough rubies, tiger's eye, turquoise, and zircon. All scooped into a little bag that can be sorted out. You find a pair of dice. You find a single dice, a white bone die, which the wand hums, prepared to identify it if you consent.
Sure.
Let me just get rid of that. Charlatan's die. Whenever you roll the 6-sided dice, you can control which number it rolls.
Ooh.
I've used that in a previous game.
There is a giant hourglass. It is 10 foot tall.
God.
Made of steel with a brass sort of fine inlay. There is no sand inside it, but it looks like the craftsmanship and the metal alone would give it value, although it's very heavy. A bit of a wiggle suggests it's around £250, but the wand does not tremble. It is non-magical. It's just
non-magical giant hourglass.
It's just a fine piece of art.
What exactly did the woman at the guild say that she wanted from us as payment? Didn't she say she wanted like a cut of what we took?
I believe they said it was a quarter.
That doesn't sound right.
It'll be in the
I'll
notes,
check
I'm
the
sure.
notes in detail.
Also non-magical but beautiful is a large golden bird cage with electrum filigree, which is empty. But yeah, it sort of stands off to one side in the treasure pile, made of enormously valuable metal, but seeming to have no magical properties in itself.
Mm-hmm.
What about weapons?
There's also a large golden bracelet. So just for context, the hourglass looks like it's worth about 500 gold. The bird cage is worth about 250. The golden bracelet is worth about 250. There is a large, well-made tapestry depicting what looks to be a kingdom made of clouds going through different stages of its history, which is beautiful and looks like it's worth about 250. There is a large ornate stone lantern, which does not tremble with magic when the one's near it. An ornate stone lantern with small brass windows. It can be removed to access or replace the candle within. It looks like a piece of furniture. It's odd that it is here. You find a chest. Well, more a case. A small blackwood case. That when you open it, there is set in almost like that Games Workshop foam. I don't know how we describe that. A proper sort of felted interior where 2 items have been stored in here. There is a rod, but there is an empty recess where perhaps another rod has been. The rod that remains in there, the wand is able to identify it, if you would so like to identify it, Atticus.
I mean, I guess.
You identify it as being the Rod of Retribution. This adamantine rod is tipped with a glowing crystalline eye. The rod has 3 charges and regains all charges at dawn. When a creature you can see within 60 feet of you damages you whilst you're holding this rod, you can use your reaction to expend 1 charge to force the creature to make a DC 13 dex save. If they fail, they take 2d10 lightning damage. There's basically a big shock as a reaction. There was another rod in this case, you can see, but it is now gone. You also find a silver necklace of a gemstone pendant, which, although looking beautiful and valuable, does not appear to be magical. And then just as it seems like you only have coins left, sifting through, your fingers just clasp around something, and there is a silver skeleton key. If you would like to identify that.
I do believe I would.
You identify it as being the warrior's pass key. This silver skeleton key is warm to the touch. Whilst holding the key in its key form, you can use an action to cast the knock spell from the key. Transforming the key. Whilst holding the key, you can use a bonus action to transform it into a magical longsword. You are considered proficient with the sword, and you have a +1 to attack and damage rolls with this magic weapon. On a hit, the sword deals 1d10 force damage. The item remains in its sword form until it leaves your grasp, or you use another bonus action to revert it to its key form. If you end your attunement to this item whilst it's in sword form, it automatically reverts to key form.
That is so cool.
I'm just worried that there's a longsword that's also a key. I've seen that before.
Those are the items in the hoard. In terms of coin, so I have got all this calculated up somewhere on how much this all comes to, that I'll put in chat. But in terms of coin, through a general sifting and a group organization effort, you work out that you have 2,850 gold coins, 3,800 copper coins.
What happened to silver?
I'm going through order. It's rolled very nicely. 14,000 silver coins and 200 platinum. Now I have put already the weights in this. The gold, so thankfully there's a very nice website that does all this for you. So the copper coins weigh 76 pounds. The platinum coins weigh 4. The gold weighs 60. The silver coins weigh 280 pounds.
Kim, can you drop your list in the chat?
I've got it. Oh,
Yep, yeah. But also just for the sake of where are we? Where's Amnian chat? So there's the very, very basic overview. Just if you wanted a checklist.
I'm copying this.
So, before we start the distribution of weight, the magic items. Who is wanting what?
I do want the gauntlet and the non-magical robes.
Tell you what, I forgot I can do. I'm going to just add all these to the party.
Oh
so you
God,
are
technology.
So you are all just able to now here's the real test. Can I just drag the entire category folder?
Yep.
Oh! Although it has asked
Where
me
is it?
individually. So in the party actor that you all have access to, there is now... Oh, it hasn't put everything in. That's really fucking unhelpful. Oh, okay, I think the equipment all popped up, prompting if I wanted to use the importer.
Been categorized as well.
Yeah. I think that's all of them.
Well, Sire, it looks like this key sword is right up your alley as a long sword.
Remember, that automatically grants proficiency as well.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I mean, the fact that it's a skeleton key, I'm not going to lie, I've been wanting to use one of these for a long time. I'm happy to hold on to it for now, but if one of you wants it, I do love my whip.
I mean, I'm more of a two-handed weapon kind of guy most of the time, but yeah, so not really my thing.
It does seem very suited to you, Sarah, but like, I don't know how much use I could make of it in sword form, but I'll take it in key form and use it to unlock all our doors if you guys want.
I've been trying my hand at opening doors that prefer to remain closed. For good reasons, you understand. Only for good reasons. Nothing nefarious, just...
Right.
You found a taste for adventuring life, Asher. Think this is enough coin for your stall?
I mean, we'll see. There's a lot of paperwork that needs to be done. I'm sure waiting lists, things like that.
I can imagine you can do a lot with this die, and she's going to lift the die, kind of sort of see which eyes glitter more, if Asher's or Atticus.
Oh, did that not make it into the... That didn't make it into the list, did it? That didn't import. There we go. Now it's in there.
Asher sees that more as a fun, mischievous item. She wouldn't be using that in any sort of business sense.
That's for rinsing Atticus, not breaking the law.
Well,
Definitely for breaking the law in the casino. I'm not sure you can really bring your own die. Probably more like pub games. I notice the Eye of Sunrise has not got a weight.
I will look into that, but I can't imagine it's going to be world breaking as it is a single metal gauntlet.
Yeah, it is only a very small part of armor, I suppose.
It weighs as much as 1,000 suns.
This rod, I have no use of it. No hands to take it, honestly, between my shield and my weapon. Asher, is there something maybe for you?
yeah, I'll take it.
Sounds like a good match. You often have hands free, and you can still use it even at range.
Sounds good.
Where possible, I'm reacting in combat rather than, whipping out my rod.
Oh no, do not encourage
I
that.
tend to use my sword instead.
So the Helm of Underwater Action. A helmet that grants underwater breathing, faster swimming, but also dark vision. What are we doing with that?
I think we should keep this. perhaps we can take some of this money and buy ourselves one of our own. What do you call these things? The seemingly bottomless bags.
I think they're quite expensive. We still might not have enough gold for one.
Even with all this platinum?
I mean, 200 platinum is like 2,000 gold, right?
But there's...
I'm not 100% sure, but I think they might be thousands of gold. We'll see. I mean, we'll certainly investigate.
Well, it's not too heavy. I can carry it, or you can carry it, or Obsidian can carry it, but it just might be useful if Obsidian decides to go exploring underwater. He might not be the only one.
Sure, but he is already an accomplished swimmer, and from what I
I
understood,
think she meant that someone can go
breathe
with him.
underwater.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
A
I see what you
companion.
mean. I mean, I'm happy to take one for the team if you're sure.
Well,
I'm more interested in being able to see in the dark, to be honest. Unless
what, you're
the
going
DM
to be...
finally lets me have Devil's Sight. So what do you think?
I think it clashes a bit with your armor, but nothing you can't pull off.
Well, I might be having to get a new set of armor, so well, you know, I'll see what I can do. I'll take it for now. We can always swap and change if we think it might be better somewhere else. But I do think it's definitely something we should keep.
Did we say Warrior's Passkey is going to Sire?
I mean, Ciri does want it, but I feel a bit, because I already have one, so out of character, I feel a bit...
Does anybody else want a +1? Does anybody else want a key that turns into a +1 longsword and you are automatically proficient with it?
I mean, Asher just simply can't use that, so...
Well, you're proficient.
She can use the
It
key
grants you
part.
proficiency, so you would be able to hit stuff with it, but you don't have extra attack or anything. And also,
Yeah,
Ashley,
I feel like it would be a waste with Asher.
longswords, aren't they strength only? They're not finesse. So she would have a very bad time.
I will take the Nightingale passkey.
I have tried to send that to you, Siri. Cool. It needs to be accepted, I believe. There we go.
Is it attunement?
Yes.
Is the whip attunement?
I believe so.
I will check.
No, the whip is not.
No, it doesn't have this little sun thing on it.
Everything else... Oh, the charlatans died. Did we say that is going to Asher?
Sure. Yeah, I mean...
Okay. Cool. After that, we are down to treasures and gold piles. As you're beginning to divvy through these coins, you just hear a... Our business is concluded. I thank you for your part in it.
Godiba, where did you go?
I'm here. But now I take my leave.
Hey, if you're ever up in Athkatla, look us up.
Did you take something that you needed, or what?
I did.
Which was what? Remind me.
My part of the rod, as we agreed.
Ah, yes, the rod. The part of the staff thing, right?
Indeed, the part of the staff thing.
Was it only the one part of the rod that you needed?
I think the other rod is a different item altogether.
I see. Well, good luck in all your endeavors. Fun hanging out with you. Nice guy.
Cyril looks concerned. Where is his voice coming from?
I'm gonna guess that he made himself invisible. I mean...
all of your passive perceptions were below his stealth roll when he cast invisible. Although I do think, unless it was coincidence, that Mr. Death saw the little flash up of the invisible status, because the second I made him invisible, I swear Mr. Death went on Zoom. But being a masterful role player, said nothing because he was Tywin Lannistering a dragon at the time.
Always a bit skeptical of leaving him be, but I really did want that Flail of Ages. Still, lots of good stuff.
Is he
hard
gone?
to find the notes about what the guild wanted.
I'm glad you're satisfied, Atticus.
I mean, how could one not be with so much gold? But I think the big trouble is going to be how do we get all these other miscellaneous items? We've only got so much room, even in the bag of holding.
Yeah, a bag of holding can hold 500 lubs.
We need to be wary that...
And just straight off the bat, you already have 300 pounds of green dragon hide.
That is true. We must be wary of the fact that things that are more value dense would be the best things to prioritize. So gems and perhaps the necklace with a gemstone will be small and light, but far more valuable than they than they weigh. Copper coins, practically not worth taking.
Yeah, I think I've got it set to their value. Hold on, I do. If you don't already have it, I used a very nice little website. Let me tell you right now, your clear all. So, your 14,000 silver coins comes to 1,400 gold, but is £280.
How full is our bag of holding?
Well, it started off at 0. I don't know if the dragon hide's gone into it so far. So either 0 or 300.
Yeah, I think we've left a lot of stuff, and so far it's empty. Left it at the dragon, you know.
Okay.
But for example, one gold bracelet, that is worth 250. So that's a good item to get that won't weigh very much, but is worth quite a lot. Obviously, we're going to take the platinum and probably the gold. Bag of gems.
The birdcage is light.
Untrue. And
Real talk, could one of us just carry the bag of gems?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Not everything has to go in, but because I also made sure to ditch a bunch of miscellaneous items at the guild before we came to free up some carry weight. The giant hourglass, which is cool, is far too big and heavy to bother, I think. It's 250 pounds, which is insane.
Yeah, it's 10 foot tall.
And it's only worth 500 gold, which is as much as 2 gold bracelets. So, fuck that noise. Unless Obsidian fancies carrying it on his back on the way out.
He puts it on its side and he stands on it and roll like a log roller down the hill.
Large, well-made tapestry. That's worth the same as the bracelet, but is bigger and presumably heavier. It does not have a weight.
I think the tapestry is £15.
I can carry that.
I have made it weigh 15 pounds. The ornate stone lantern, that weighs 30.
Why is that here? I don't understand.
In general,
I mean, it's not magical, and I don't know how much it's worth, but what I do know is that Sire has written, kitsch, yuck, why is that there?
Why would she keep something like this?
Maybe it had sentimental value, I don't know.
Oh, so the only item is of a key form, is it, Siri?
Excuse me?
The only item for passkey is there's no weapon version of it. Cool. Yep.
Yes, sorry.
Yep, I'll do that.
Okay. I mean, do we have like the ingredients or the parts of the dragon? Do we have them like written up somewhere, summed up to what they come?
They don't exist
together?
in Foundry, but I know.
Yeah, I know,
that
I know.
Siri
But,
jotted it down, including
do
weight.
you have? Do you have all the weights? Okay.
Not
see them.
all the weights, just the really big ones. So like,
Okay,
so
gotcha.
I've got
Yeah,
like
I
the
I wasn't doing weights for the teeth and things like that.
Let me cut it. I thought you were on the. I thought you were here.
I am here. I'm just
Oh.
okay. There it is. I see.
Yeah. I can carry 100, and if the DM takes out my ornate heavy crossbow, which I could just delete, I can carry even more.
Well, before I delete it, is Atticus planning? Is Atticus planning to take it back for Marina on the way out, or will he just accept that it is now gone?
I mean, it's probably not that valuable, so
it's 50 gold, but
yeah,
it is 18
it weighs
pounds.
like 10. Oh my god,
yeah.
That's not worth it at all compared to this stuff. So who cares?
Okay.
Then we will delete it.
So now, can we assume that the dragon pieces then come to about 400 pounds? I would say, because there's 350 that we know of, and then there's like slab of dragon meat, pieces of sinew, and such and such.
Yeah.
So I would imagine that sort of rounds up to around 400. Okay. So we have that, and we probably don't want to leave any of that because that's rare shit. Good. Now back to the new stuff. We certainly want platinum, and gold can go directly to the thing, so that's easy. So that leaves us
I can just we can just do like a foundry.
Let's throw a tapestry, and fuck, I don't even know what it all is there. 7 feet tall, sandless.
Wait,
do we have weight for
bag
this?
Of holding?
Containers.
I see guild locker and bag of gems.
Yeah, hold on. Let me just sort that.
So what are we? What is the problematic part? I think we can take pretty much everything, right? Like in terms of items and gold and platinum for sure, and then we can just load up with silver up to however much we can. I do really like the visual concept of us just sort of sifting these coins, like, you know, putting them into piles. There's just silver.
I mean, this has been like several days worth of trip.
I've added a guild's bag of holding, which is a container item, which is set for having £500 limit. So let me just put in here.
Cool.
So should I put an item in here called Dragon Bits, £500?
It's 400.
£400, yeah. Let's have a look. Loot. Misc.
I mean, guys, the silver coins does weigh almost 300 pounds.
Yeah, but that's the sort of we will fill up with silver. Like silver is the last thing we put in.
Okay.
And so we take as much as we can, just basically top up everything.
I've put Misc £400 green dragon bits inside that inventory.
And then do we want to put the items or the coins? I mean, I can carry 100 more pounds. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, like I can take 200 if I drop like some bullshit like torches and rations.
Tell me what items I'm putting into the bag of holding, and I'll pop them all over while I'm in it now.
Platinum for sure, gold for sure, and then the tapestry should fit. I don't know how much the gold birdcage weighs.
Necklace
Does it weigh?
Small. I'll take the necklace.
No, it has weight 0, unfortunately. Here.
A birdcage made of metal. We'll say 10.
Sure. Stone lantern. Oh, stone lantern is just 30. Does it fit? I think it should fit still. Just barely. 60, 70. No, it doesn't. No. Take out the birdcage, put in the stone lantern. There
You
we
have
go.
£24 more you can put into this
Yeah.
bag of holding.
Yeah, get out the birdcage, put in the stone lantern, and the bag of holding is full. All good.
Yeah, okay, so birdcage out. Ornate stone lantern in.
I mean, as long
Sure.
as someone can carry the birdcage.
I can carry it.
Do you say tapestry's going in?
I can.
Yeah. The tapestry. Well, if it isn't in now, I don't think it can fit now.
No,
Because
it's
496. Yeah, we
Yeah,
basically
yeah.
have. We're good. Bag of holding is full.
Yeah.
So now the rest is what we can carry. So
I can carry 40 pounds, so load me up with whatever you want me to carry.
you
So
can take
you
you can take
either-
the tapestry and the filigree birdcage, and that's fine.
Yeah, let me
And
send
then
that
top
to
up with silver
Asha.
coins.
Boop. I'm just waiting for you to accept it, and also Asha. Boop.
So the only question really is, do we want to take the giant hourglass or more coins? I guess silver.
More
specifically.
coins.
It weighs 250. If someone
Yeah,
has
I
to
know.
carry that, that's
Yeah, I could carry it if someone takes some of my stuff. I imagine you can take my mole and add it to your pile while I
True.
carry this bullshit. But do we want to?
No, I don't even know where we'd try and sell
mean,
that, man.
I feel like what Magira said was either it's a percentage or they get the art items. Was that not what she said? But I also can't find a note of that.
I
No, I didn't
will
write it
jump back and refresh myself after the session.
Because
Okay.
if we can get away with keeping all the money and giving her a fucking hourglass, then I'm fine with that. Although obviously that will
Yeah.
probably also include stuff like the birdcage and who knows what else. So I don't
So
know.
Sire can carry 100 more.
120, yes.
Okay, and then Atticus, how's your?
Well, let me. I'm gonna change the silk robes to weigh like
So he's-
5 pounds because I've got fine clothes and they weigh 6. So let's say it's about that.
Okay.
The gauntlet,
Do you have like over 50 still?
yes, just about.
Sure, so we can just split the silver coins and take all of them and leave the
Perfect.
copper. And the giant hourglass. Those are basically the two things we are leaving.
I can also
Yeah.
I can drop. I'm carrying some rope.
I mean,
that is
do you
just
want to
hemp
drop
rope.
rope for copper? Is that what you're doing?
No, but
I mean,
the
you couldn't even
lantern.
use the copper to carry or to buy new rope, so
But
probably
the
not.
hourglass, if you wanted to.
I mean, hourglass is an annoying thing.
Yeah.
250.
So there's 3,800 copper coins, which weigh a total of 76 pounds, and it's worth 38 gold, basically.
Yeah,
So
those are for Rio.
wouldn't bother. Yeah, Rio can have all the copper he wants.
This is his capital for starting his own tribe.
Honestly, like that's actually
Oh,
pretty
how much does the
awesome for
bag of
him, all
gems
that
weigh?
copper. So sure.
Does it
Yeah,
have a weight?
who has the bag of gems?
I thought,
It's
what?
still.
Why
it's
did
still.
I think I did?
Yeah, you mentioned it. You could. Let me send it to you.
Sure.
Don't let her have the gems. She can't be trusted.
And then there's just this giant snuff box full of hard drugs.
Oh, God damn it. Oh no, I've got like 6 pounds left or something. Hand it to me.
Okay, so
I am now carrying nothing.
Hmm?
I am now carrying nothing, it seems.
Oh,
what?
interesting.
I'm,
Then I
Okay.
will
I'm-
hand you this tapestry.
No, it's fine. Like I'm just like
Oh, okay.
I still have quite a lot of capacity. If you guys want to load me up
Dude,
with something.
if you're looking light-handed, I will
We could
have
load you up
Asher-
with 120 pounds worth of silver coins if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is it worth it?
I mean, we
I'm
don't
still
have anything
eyeing that
else.
like piece of ass,
Yeah, why
piece of
not?
ass, sorry, piece of art. I know. I just came out. I'm looking at that piece of art. Oh, the silver necklace. Did we take that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've added that to
Yeah.
mine.
Okay, so we're leaving behind the giant hourglass, the mountain of copper coins, and the mountain of silver coins.
No, Obsidian and I have enough capacity to take half of that each.
Even all the copper.
No, just the silver.
So you're taking the silver. I won't. So if you both have the capacity between you,
Wait, Obsidian, it does weigh 280 pounds for all of it.
Yeah.
Is this assuming that we are going to be overloaded?
No. I mean, I still have
You
like
asked me if I had space for 50. Can you hold all of the rest?
no, but Sire also has like 120.
Oh, does
Yes.
So 120,
Yeah.
you're 50, and I have like 100 something, 125, I
sick.
think.
so
And sure, we split it
if
between the
across,
three of us.
yeah, I'm not going to fuck about with that in Foundry just for the sake of you getting it back to town. Let's assume you are all full, but you also have 14,000 silver coins on you.
No.
Yeah, but just we checked and we do have the carry capacity is all.
Yeah, that's
Cool.
basically why I said that we can either try to take the hourglass and then sort of work out how much more coins we can take, or we can just take the coins and just be done with it.
Yeah, so I'm not making 3 separate piles of silver, but you
Yeah,
have
sure.
that on you. So all that's left is the hourglass and the copper.
Okay.
Good haul.
Rio can start a little cult of time with his copper capital.
Isn't he coming with us though?
I
He
guess
is
now
coming
it's
with
up
us.
to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, who needs 10 portions? Why have I still got 10 portions of rations?
Me
10 portions
too.
of rations waste 20 pounds. It's
Yes,
crazy.
I also have this.
So we can take the copper as well. Just drop the food.
I'm also still carrying around a dragon bone chunk, which I identified as weighing approximately 2 pounds. So, right, cool.
Okay.
Right then, shall we head on out of here for the sake of
Clink, 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 clink.
Cool.
I would like to just since whilst everyone's been packing, I would like to really thoroughly look at the draconic altars that are around, and you said there were statues and carvings and things like that.
Yeah.
Celia is a little bit disappointed that there's no books or stored knowledge or secrets in this hoard. So as she sees Obsidian and Attica starting to load up coins, she's gonna look into the carvings.
Yeah, they all look to be relatively new. Yeah, there are a couple ranging from months to years, but there isn't old growth or weathering on these. It does all seem to be relatively new and the architectural scale of things, which would possibly make sense with what you know about the fact that Galavaxanulin is a young dragon. But in terms of literature or ancient secrets, nothing forthcoming. It's just maybe it keeps them somewhere else. Maybe it was too young to have amassed that sort of esoteric knowledge yet. It was, after all, just trying to carve out its first territory. It was a child when you killed it.
I wonder what she would have grown up to be.
Probably even more of a bit.
Can I see? Does it look like there's anything under the kind of acid pool? Is it just
more acid?
Is deep?
It's deep.
I'm kind of curious if there's anything down there, but I also don't want to go down there.
I bet it's a
Did you
whole
say
lot
we could
more
acquire
acid.
short rest, by the way?
Yeah, well, this would have absolutely been a short rest.
And this liquid is definitely acidic rather than
Yeah,
poisonous?
yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. Well, I have poison resistance, not acid resistance, so I'm not going to be venturing down there. Shall we make our way out, do you think?
I mean, we would probably do a little bit of a tour around this hallway. Is it just the
big ring.
circle around the room, or is there any other passage?
Looking
Or
out.
do you want us to walk?
No, look, going out. It is a ring chamber where all. It is a symmetrical corridor. No other portals.
Okay. Yeah.
I appreciate the sound effects. All right. Should we head back? We left them alone for long enough. We still need to pack all the dragon shite up.
Sure, let's hop to it.
Yeah, let's boogie.
Yeah, load you back in. Shall I, for expedience's sake, just move you all over to Arena and Rio as well?
Really grateful.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's doing it in stages. I forgot this little thing that doesn't just pop, doesn't just move people. Okay, let's have a look. Athkatla, load the scene. Yeah, you find them. Irina stood there with her bow. Rio's on the edge with two scimitars now. You immediately notice the golem is gone.
Did Gorabal return? Did the golem wander off, or?
About 10 minutes ago, it just started lumbering off, went off into the darkness that way, and points back to the entrance by which you came to this chamber.
Yes, it seems like old Gorabal got what he came for, and so he made himself invisible and toddled off.
I am going to tell Rio about the portal and the copper coins. And the giant hourglass. And then after I impart that information to him, I'm going to start busying myself about packing up all these nice little bits.
Yep, you pack it all up, bringing the bag of holding to near enough full capacity.
Brother.
Yes.
Just lowering my voice down. How is Irina getting back to her people?
I mean, she's a ranger. I presume that she can find her way. If you're concerned, we can always offer to accompany her, but it's I don't know, a couple of days trek at least. But yeah, I mean, she's used to traversing these areas, so I wouldn't worry too much, but you can always ask.
Irina.
Yeah.
We have our own means of teleporting back home. Are you comfortable making your own way back by yourself?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I wouldn't be heading straight back anyway. This takes me about halfway up on my usual patrol route. I'll just carry on and make my own way down back to Cedar Watch over the course of a couple of days.
Sounds perfect. Great. Well, Rio, feel free to grab as much of that copper as you want. Arena, do you need lots of spare copper?
I mean, how much are we talking? I mean, not right now, but it might be good to know for sending some lads up to bring back down to the fort.
Oh, there's like 4,000 copper coins. About
I mean-
38, 40 gold pieces worth.
Might not be worth the hassle, but I don't think I'll be taking any with me now. But I'll definitely mention it when I'm back.
Sure. Well then, gang, should we make haste? We all ready? All the dragon bits all dealt with?
Rio coming with.
So real talk, I'm not going to add him as a permanent companion. So it depends on if you want to be keeping him as a pet back in the Adventurers Guild Hall until that goes foul, or if you want to set him off with some money to try and make it, try and make his own tribe.
I was more asking, like, after I told him about the copper and the giant hourglass, did he seem like he was going to stay here, or did he seem like he wanted to still come with us?
I think the character that we've established for Rio so far, he might sniff it. I mean, well, I should maybe make sure she gets out safely. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll escort her back on her patrol for a bit.
That sounds like probably a good idea.
But have you considered a career as a goat keeper?
What?
Nothing, don't mind him. All right, well, keep it real. Arena, good luck. Look us up, both of you, if you ever come to Athkatla.
I mean, I don't much see me doing that ever, but look, thank you very much for your assistance here. Things should settle back down over the course of 1d6 weeks now, back to being normal around here. So yeah, much obliged. If you ever need any help from me, just come let me know.
You know we're gonna find you.
Enjoy your crossbow.
Oh yeah. Thanks for that. Yeah, I'm sure one of the lads will find a good use for it.
Oh, there's also a giant hourglass. It's like 10 feet tall. So, something to think about.
Oh. I don't know if we had the time.
It's empty.
Hey.
Okay. Is it playing recorder time?
I should think so.
I could use a bath and a proper sleep.
So, blowing into the recorder automatically emits a shrill tune. Even if you just do one continuous breath, it's absolutely a really haphazard Three Blind Mice that comes out through the recorder. A moment later, there is the swirl of magical energy around you. And the three of you, with a whip crack, vanish. And when we pick up next week, you will touch your feet on the floor outside the Adventurers Guild.
Woohoo!
But yeah, I think that is a good point for us to end tonight on a very loot and inventory management heavy episode. But there was some unexpected combat, and you have now gotten a great deal of magical items, which I imagine it will be interesting seeing the effect that these have on future combats in the immediate future when I haven't balanced for them. I imagine there might be some bandits that jump you and get fucking evaporated by that gauntlet. But yeah.
That's also friendly fire, right? Like, it's an explosion.
Yes.
Yeah, that sounded dangerous, that.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll be back next week. Bye, everyone.